So we'll begin with connecting to the breath and allowing ourselves to settle into the present moment. Noticing if there's any holding of the breath. So at first, allow the breath just to feel very natural. If you notice that there is any holding at all, don't strain the breath by forcing a longer inhale or exhale. Just little by little over the next 8 breaths, just think of increasing the breath, the length of it, in a slow and natural and comfortable way. So if you haven't already, you can gently close your eyes and just notice for yourself your breath. Feeling a sense of softening, of surrender. Becoming aware of the expansion of the breath in the body. Now, all of this relates to stretching and is important to keep in mind. So as you continue to lengthen the inhale and the exhale in a very slow and natural way, this is also how you want to approach stretching. Is rather than forcing the body into a particular position, to ease your way into greater depth in the same way that over these 8 breaths, as you slowly begin to draw in a little more and you begin to exhale a longer breath, the body relaxes and there's more expansion, more space for the next inhale and for a longer exhale. And as we stretch, we want to be thinking of doing the exact same thing. We want to move into the stretch. And then we want to soften and relax into that place. And then on the next breath, maybe there's a little more space to lengthen. And then as you exhale, then to deepen. And just progressively to find more length and more depth. In the same way with your breath, you're finding more length in both the inhale and the exhale, and more depth of the breath by doing so. So continue until you come to your 8th. And then once you do, bring your hands together at your heart. Take a deep inhale through your nose. And a long exhale out. Now draw your arms forward in front of you. Bring your thumbs in towards your palms and wrap your fingers around your thumbs. And then reach your arms up. Let your shoulders relax. Bring your arms out. And we're going to do something known as shoulder flossing to begin. So inhale, draw the arms back up. And then exhale, bringing them forward. Inhale again, bring the arms up. Let the shoulders relax down on the exhale. Bring the arms out. And then draw the arms back. And just continue this way, inhaling, drawing the arms up. Exhaling, drawing the arms forward. And again, inhale, drawing the arms up. Letting the shoulders relax. Bringing the arms out. Drawing them back behind. And then inhaling, drawing the arms back up. And exhaling. And release. Now have your palms pressing forward. Bring your arms out to the side. Let the shoulders relax and just keep pushing out through the heels of the hands. stay with this. Inhaling and exhaling. And if you feel that you can bring your arms a little further back behind you, then do so. And then again, let the shoulders relax. And you can bring your arms even further back behind you. Again, just let the shoulders relax. Try to keep both of the arms parallel to the floor. And you continue to bring the arms as far back as you feel is comfortable for you. But again, maintaining still the pressing of the heels of the hands forward, the shoulders down, and the arms parallel to the floor. Okay, now slowly bring your arms back. Bring your palms to face each other. Draw your arms up and take your right hand down your back. Take your left hand to your right elbow. And now we're just going to start to go over to the left. And as we're drawing over to the left, root down through the right hip. Getting into your side body here. Just continue to draw a little further over. Good, and then come back, bring your arm down and extend the left arm. And just keep reaching through your fingers, bringing now the left hip down. You can always walk your hand a little further away. And then bring yourself up, take your right arm underneath your left. Bring the elbows up towards the height of the shoulders, and then just let your shoulders relax down. Now as you do this, we want to feel this stretch between the shoulder blades. So try to be thinking of gently guiding the wrists slightly away from the face, and then continuing to draw the shoulders down. Breathing. Two more breaths. Last one. And then release, draw your arms up. Now it's going to be your left arm coming down. Take your hand to your elbow and just start to reach up and over to the right. And as you're doing this again, continue to draw the left hip down. Bring yourself back up. Bring now the left hand down and reach with your right fingers over to the left. And as you're doing this again, root down through the hip. Maybe walk your hand a little further. Maybe come onto your forearm. Try to roll the top shoulder slightly back as you extend out through your fingers. And now breathe into your side body. One more breath. And then bring yourself up. Now this time, we're going to draw the right arm across the body. Take your left hand just past your right elbow and guide your arm a little closer towards you. Now from here, let the right shoulder draw down. And then just keep breathing into the stretch for the shoulder as you continue to bring your arm closer towards you. Beautiful. Stay with it. And now from here, release and just simply switch over. So now the left arm is going to cross over, draw the left shoulder back, and take always a moment to notice if one side feels considerably tighter than the other. You just keep pressing your arm, drawing it closer towards you. One more breath. And release. Now bring your hands back together at your heart. Take a deep inhale again through the nose. And a long exhale out the mouth. Now come forward onto your hands and knees. Once you come forward onto your hands and knees, we're going to draw the right arm up, sweep it underneath, bring either the shoulder down, you can bring your head, and then start to draw your arm a little further. Bring the left arm up. And then take your hand to your sacrum and draw your arm, your hand into the inner crease of the opposite leg. And then roll the shoulder back as you continue to extend out through your fingers. And now come back to center. Bring your hands down. We're going to move through 8 cat-cow, and then we'll do the same thing on the other side. So rounding the back, pressing the heels of the hands into the mat, and releasing the low back. So draw the heart forward, and then round in. And your toes can be tucked, but if you prefer to have your toes untucked, that's fine too. Just move with awareness, inhaling as you draw forward, and you can always pause. Just breathe into the stretch, the opening of the chest, and then exhaling. And pressing again the heels of the hands, rounding the back. And then just listen for the sound of your breath as you continue to move through your cat-cow. And then once you come to your 8th one, you're going to come to your neutral tabletop position. And then bring now the opposite. So draw the left arm up, sweep it underneath, and then reach the arm up. Bring your hand again either to your sacrum, drawing the shoulder back, or taking your hand to the inner crease and drawing the shoulder back. And just keep extending out through the left fingers, breathing here. Good, now release, come back. Now once you come back, untuck your toes, bring your hips to your heels and extend your arms forward. Just let your forehead come down. You can draw the heels of your feet away, and again, feel a nice release into the low back. And now walk your hands behind you. Interlace your fingers, draw your shoulder blades towards each other, reach your wrist back, and start to draw your arms up away from your low back. Just continue to extend upwards. See with each breath if there's a little more space for you in the body to draw the arms further away from the low back. And then slowly draw your arms back down and guide yourself up. Now, once you come up, interlace your fingers, round your back, and press your palms forward. Reach the arms up, and now take again your right hand down your back. This time taking either your hand to your sacrum or bringing your fingers towards each other or to touch. And then stay lifted up again through the crown of the head. Breathing deeply here. One more breath. And then exhale, release. Draw the left arm underneath and just hug in tight. Now bring your hands beside you. We'll do the other side in one moment. Just come on to your buttocks. Bring your legs out in front of you. Take now your right knee, just bring it into your hand. Take your left, cross it over. We're going to draw back at the hip crease and start to fold. Now here, if you had a strap and you'd like to use it, you could just wrap your hands with the strap, but try to keep always the strap loose, and then fold at the hips and breathe here. And then with the next inhale, Again, as you find a little more space and then more depth, you can continue to draw your hands further and further along the strap towards the foot. And if the strap isn't necessary for you, or you don't have one or prefer not to use it, just the same thing applies. You want to draw back at the hips, lead from the heart, and then allow yourself to fold in. So with each inhale, finding more length, and again with each exhale, more depth. And if you can comfortably bring your hand to your foot or past, you can always take your hand to your wrist and breathe here. Keep drawing back from the hip crease. Two more breaths. Inhaling deeply and exhale completely. And then slowly release. Bring yourself back up. Bring your leg out. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side before we come back to the shoulders. So just crossing again over. Draw back at the hip crease. Lead again from the heart. So the inhale and then the exhale. And then the inhale. Again, finding more length and the exhale. But doing so from a place of ease. Just always remember in stretching, you don't need to go to the full expression from the start. Just slowly easing into it. You still draw back from the hip crease. And once more, you can always take your hand to your wrist. Breathing here. You slowly begin to make your way back up. Bring your leg out. Cross your ankles. Come forward again onto your knees and back into Virasana, Hero's Pose. So now drawing the left arm up, bringing the left hand down, right hand to the left elbow. Bringing your hand to your low back or bringing your fingers towards each other to meet. You can again use a strap if that feels most helpful for you. Just always remember not to grasp with a strap. Keep the strap loose if the hands aren't coming together. Focus more on the elbow coming towards the side body. And then again, just find a sense of ease. So even while you're feeling the stretch into the shoulders, while you're feeling sensation, keep the muscles of the face soft, the breath as even and steady as when you were in your seated position. And sometimes when we experience a lot of sensation, discomfort, we just want to come right out of it. But we really want to allow ourselves instead to drop into it, to let ourselves feel that discomfort so that we can allow for that opening, the opening into the shoulders, release of any tension in the low back, and the lengthening of the muscles for the hamstrings. Just one more breath here. And then exhale, release. Just draw the right arm underneath and hug it tight. And now from here, we're going to come forward again onto our hands and knees. Now, once you come onto your hands and knees, just ensure that you do have your hips and your knees in one line. And you're going to start to allow the heart to melt towards the mat.
And coming into puppy dog pose here. Just keeping, again, the hips and the knees, letting the heart draw forward and down. And then guide yourself forward into your Sphinx. And in Sphinx, pull the heart forward, press the tops of the toes down, remaining here or pressing the heels of the hands, letting the shoulders relax down and coming into your seal. Just keep pressing the heels of the hands. Keep drawing the heart forward so you feel the stretch of the abdominals. And then exhale, come down. Bring your hands beside you. Guide yourself back to your child's pose. And now returning back into with the shoulders, take your hands together. Drop your thumbs right to the nape of your neck and draw your shoulders down away from your ears. Breathe in here. Now bring your hands forward, pull yourself back down onto your belly. And bring your fingers onto the floor. And as you're pressing the tops of the toes down, draw the heart up away from the mat and let the left shoulder drop. And as the left shoulder is dropping, bring your gaze up over your right. And then press back into your fingers and the same thing the other side. Now press again into your fingers. Again, let the left shoulder drop, bring the gaze up over the right. And press again into your fingers and back over to the other side. Now we'll do this 2 more times each side. Each one, let the shoulder drop a little closer towards the mat and see about drawing the opposite shoulder just a touch further away. Last one on each side. Come back to center now. Bring your heart down towards the floor. Bring your hands beside you. Cross your ankles. Bring yourself onto your bottom and extend your legs out. Now we're going to scoot yourselves up the mat. Slowly come down onto the back. And again, if you have a strap, then just ensure that you've got that with you. You're going to now extend the right leg up. You can, from here, take your strap and bring it to the sole of your foot and start to guide your leg a little closer towards you. If you prefer, you can bring your leg out and guide the leg closer towards you. Now, if you feel that the strap isn't necessary, then you can either take your hand to the edge of your foot and guide your leg closer, or take your first 2 fingers, wrap them around your big toe, draw the left arm out and bring the leg closer. Now from here, you can use the bend in your right elbow and lift your head and breathe here. Drawing your nose towards your knee. And just continue with each breath again. Use the inhale to find the length in the leg and the exhale to bring the leg closer to you. And just stay this way. 2 more breaths. Inhaling deeply. And exhaling. And inhale. And exhale. And then 1 more. And now just bend your knee. Guide your knee in towards your chest. Hug in tight. and release. Same thing other side. So either again, bringing now your right foot, drawing the left leg up, using the strap. And if you use the strap, you can just be thinking about, once more with the inhale, bringing your hand a little closer towards your foot, but still keeping it loose. Otherwise, again, you're going to take your hands to your foot, or you can take your first two fingers, keeping the bend in the knee, drawing up towards your knee, or extending the leg out. And breathing again here. So just once more, think the inhale is the length of the leg. The exhale is the depth of drawing the leg closer to you. The inhale, the next inhale is finding more length, and the exhale, more depth. Beautiful. Just stay with it. Two more inhale and exhale. Last one. Okay, and then same thing, just release, bend your knee, hug in tight, and bring your leg out. Now from here, bring both of your feet onto your mat. Guide yourself over onto your side. Take your right arm, slide it behind you. And then take the left arm, reach up, bring your hand, just slide it underneath you, and start to draw the left shoulder back. Beautiful. Keep drawing the left shoulder back. Two more breaths. And then release. Bring your hand, draw your arm out from underneath you, and then just simply go over the other side, taking your hand, drawing the arm, reaching back, and then once more, bringing the arm up, bringing the hand to the sacrum or sliding it underneath and rolling the top shoulder further and further back away from your body, further away from the mat. And then bring your hand down again, guide yourself up, release your arm, come back onto your back, bring your knees in towards your chest. Now hug in really tight. And then take your hands behind your legs and rock yourself up. Once you rock yourself up, bring both of your feet out, coming into Paschimottanasana. So again, here, if you had the strap, you could use the strap of just guiding yourself little by little closer towards your legs and folding in. If that's not necessary, and again, you feel that you're past your feet, you can just take your hands, or you can take your hand to the opposite wrist and fold in. And use your next inhale to slowly bring yourself up and cross your ankles. You can be in Sukhasana, Siddhasana, your half lotus or your full lotus, the seated position that you took at the very beginning. And then just letting the shoulders relax. Bringing your hands back together at your heart. Take a deep inhale through your nose. And a long exhale out your mouth. So thank you so much for joining me for this short and sweet, simple stretch for getting into the shoulders, releasing tension in the low back, and giving the hamstrings a nice stretch. So have a beautiful rest of your day. The light within me honors the light within you. Namaste.